universe will give you your biggest test, right before it gives you your biggest blessings. And right now, you're probably in the middle of your final exam. You've put in the work. You've endured all the trials and tribulations that come with the dark night of the soul, accumulated real truth and understanding from your awakening. You were baptized by fire. You've been purified by facing deeply embedded pain. After all the transformation, healing, and effort you've poured into yourself, you can finally look in the mirror and say, I'm a different person. It's no longer a practice. You don't have to try. You do the right thing, even when the wrong is much easier. It's instinctive, it's natural. Your life isn't swinging between extreme highs and devastating lows anymore. Life finally feels stable, and you continue to work towards something better, sustainable. But here's that small, frightful word. But as you shift gears and strive forward, something familiar happens, something you knew you were done with. You begin to be tested again. Not the rock bottom kind, the subtle, sneaky kind, the kind that can undo years of growth if you're not ready. Major tests are nothing short of life-altering events, the kind that flips your world upside down. And I'm not referring to those, not even the ones that threaten the line you drew in the sand and swore you'd never cross again. You've proved that you are good here too. When you stand firm in your morals, life tests something else, your patience. I'm talking about the challenges that annoy, the kind that takes you out of your comfort zone. It's like the universe saying, okay, you're standing strong, so it throws different bait out. More subtle, smaller scale, but closer to home. In my life, it was usually the simplest of things. Burning dinner, losing my wallet, a misunderstanding. My car won't crank when I've got just enough time to get to work punctually. Or a sudden change in routine, not to uproot life, but annoy it. It's the little nickel and dime things that alter moods and test reactions. It's amazing how they appear in your life when everything is bliss and the staying power they seem to come with. Ever notice how inconveniences don't always come one scenario at a time? Sometimes they show up in a string, back to back, with no breather in between. One challenge ends, and before you can catch your breath, another's already knocking. It's no accident. The higher forces know you can handle one punch, so they throw a combination. That's where growth really happens, outside your comfort zone. We all perceive life through our 5 senses. This sense feed our ego. It's the senses that lead us around. Sight, sound, taste, touch, smell. They're powerful, and they live for the physical self. They compare, they crave. They convince you that comfort is worth more than purpose. But go beyond the senses and you touch something bigger, truth. You only know light because you've walked through darkness. You only feel peace because you've survived chaos. Even after years of self-work, the old temptations whisper. Anger, lust, ego, revenge. It's not about pretending those urges don't exist. It's about choosing not to serve them. That's why the obstacles keep showing up. Not because you're weak, but because you're ready for the next level. Every faith, every spiritual path says the same thing. Your biggest test comes right before your biggest blessing. It's a final check. A moment where life asks, are you truly ready for what you've been asking for? I feel that I am currently going through one now. That's the key though, being able to recognize it, seeing the patterns, and not falling back into karmic cycles. It's meant to try your faith, to create doubt. I'm holding strong, standing my ground. You can't get me out of character. You can't pull my strings like I'm your puppet. You can't lead me down the rabbit hole again. I'm ready for the next step. I'm ready for a new chapter. I have found that I have to think this way. I have to speak this way to myself. So what about you? Are you ready? What's testing you right now? Is it patience? Pride? Fear? Because if you're in the thick of it, I'll tell you something. Your blessing is closer than you think. Don't fold. Don't step back. This is your proof that the breakthrough is near. Continue with me at the 8th house as we search for truth, knowledge, and light to walk our path. We are ready. Stay positive, keep learning, and keep growing.